Merry Christmas! Finally, we've arrived. It is Christmas Eve. Wow, the 24th day of Advent. So, what are you doing tonight for Christmas Eve? Anything? Do you have any plans? Are you planning to eat a meal with your family today or tomorrow or anytime? What's traditional in your country? I think all over the world, people who celebrate Christmas have different traditional foods. And here in Canada, probably the foods that I'm about to tell you about that are traditional for me will be very familiar to you from movies from the United States, because our traditions are probably very similar to theirs. And maybe in your country you have the same ones. I don't know. Depends, right? So yeah, so probably the most important food in our tradition, at least for me, is the turkey. It's central to the meal. So you have the turkey. Some people eat pork. You could have a Christmas ham. I am not a fan of Christmas ham. For me, it needs to be turkey. I'll eat some ham sometimes, but I prefer a turkey. Probably it's because that's what I grew up with most of my life. Some people maybe grew up with Christmas ham, and for them that's normal. So you have the turkey, and then you have to have mashed potatoes with it. That's very important. Though in my family, my dad makes this other kind of mashed potatoes that has cheese and cornflakes on top. It's not just plain normal mashed potatoes. Most of my life, that's what we had, was just normal mashed potatoes. But now we have this other thing, which is just amazing. And then you also have to have cranberry sauce. That's really important. And also stuffing. You have stuffing, which is bread in cubes, little pieces of cubed bread. And it has sugar, brown sugar with it, and raisins, and sometimes some nuts, and some other spices. And it's kind of a strange thing when you think about it. We don't normally eat it any other time of year. That one is only for Christmas. And really, we don't eat turkey very much either. It's kind of, these are all Christmas things that you could also have maybe at Thanksgiving or Easter, but mostly, yeah, just these very special occasions. Do you eat any of these in your country? Do you know stuffing? Do you have that where you're from? And then for dessert, you have different things like the cookies that I showed you in previous videos. There are a lot of options. I don't know how many really traditional things there are. There's probably, well, a few. But the one thing that I think of is the Christmas cake, this fruit cake with dried fruit in it that I think most people don't like, but it's always there anyway. I don't know. I don't know if most people don't like it, but maybe it depends on the type. In Chile, they have pan de Pascua, which translates to Easter bread, I think, or Christmas bread, because I think they call Pascua Christmas in Chile. And in Germany, they have stollen, which my mom just told me she doesn't think of it as fruitcake, but it does have dried fruit in it. So to me, it's a kind of a fruit cake. And I like that one. It's not as dry as some other traditional fruit cake. And it has a little bit of marzipan in the middle and some icing sugar on the outside. And it's really delicious. But yeah, traditional fruit cake is that dry, hard thing. And there's a song. It makes me think of one of my favorite Christmas songs these days. I just discovered this song last year, and it's by the Irish Rovers, and it's called Miss Fogarty's Christmas Cake. And I wish I could play it for you, but obviously for copyright reasons I can't do that. But I'll give you the link in the description so you can go check it out if you've never heard it. I hope you get addicted like I did, but maybe not. Sometimes I think I have kind of a weird taste in music, and not everybody likes my songs that I like, but you'll be the judge. but the words are really funny. It's kind of, this guy goes to his neighbor's house, and to be polite, he tries her Christmas cake, and this cake has a crust that's nailed on with glue, like you normally use a hammer to nail nails. So it gives you this picture of a really tough cake. It's nailed on with glue, so they used glue to attach this crust, and then they have to get all of these carpentry tools to try to get a piece off. So they have a saw and a hatchet, but even after an hour they can't get this piece off. And it says it would kill a man twice after eating a slice of Miss Fogarty's Christmas cake. And it's so funny to me. I love singing it. I go around the house singing it while I'm baking. So yeah, I will leave you the song in the description. Okay, wow, we are going to open the very last door on the advent calendars. How do you feel? Mixed feelings about that? You probably don't really care. I'm going to open them. So I realized there are 2 doors on the last one, because I thought there's just half, but there isn't. Ta-da! It's an angel. And look at this. Lucky Argentina gets to be the last day. Feliz Navidad. They had Spanish twice, and they had French once, and French was in the Canada one. Why didn't they make French be France? I don't know. Sorry. That's still a pet peeve of mine. And there was no English. I guess the calendar was made for English-speaking people, so they think English-speaking people already know how to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, right? Ah, well, maybe I have to make my own, design my own calendar. I'll make it better. A present. And the last cheese is this weird one with apple sage and onion. Just the cheese you always dreamed of, right? Well, that brings us to the very end. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you in more videos in the future. Bye for now.